So guys, join Jack and I as we explore Brickfields on this Sunday morning to check out the various places of worship here. Cheers! So guys, the first place we are visiting on our Brickfields Walkabout is the Holy Rosary Church at Jalan Tun Sambatan. Built in 1903 for the mainly Catholic Chinese community, it is built in traditional Neo-Gothic style. You can see the design of the church based on Gothic architecture with characteristic lancet doors and windows with tracery and pointed arches. Although it was raining heavily this Sunday morning, the church was filled to the brim with worshippers attending Sunday morning Mass. The church is renowned for its 5 pieces of beautiful stained glass windows depicting the 5 joyful mysteries of the Rosary, designed by Father Lambert, who helped build the church. The 5 stained glass windows depicting the joyful mysteries are: number 1, the Annunciation; number 2, the Visitation of Mary to Elizabeth; number 3, the Nativity or Birth of Jesus; number 4, the Presentation of Jesus in the Temple; and finally, the Finding of Jesus in the Temple. Well, the next building of interest is Madrasathul Gouthiyyah. Madrasathul Gouthiyyah was built in the year 1987. Initially built of wood, it catered for the Indian Muslim population of Brickfields. It could accommodate 100 to 150 people for prayers and religious activities. In the year 2005, this madrasa was demolished and a larger surah was built to cater for about 600 people. In the year 2012, this madrasa was upgraded to the status of a surau by the Jabatan Agama Islam Wilayah Persekutuan, also called JAWI. Now we come to this Orthodox Syrian church, the first Orthodox Syrian church built outside India. The foundation stone was laid in 1955 and this church was elevated to a cathedral in 1996. The word Orthodox is an amalgamation of 2 Greek words, orthos and doxa. Orthos meaning straight or true, while doxa means glory. Therefore, the church stands firm with the uncorrupted and true faith is used to glorify God. And the word Syrian, in the 4th century AD, the Orthodox Church entered into a close relationship with the Persian or East Syrian Church. From the Persians, the Indians inherited the East Syrian language and liturgies and gradually came to be known as Syrian Christians. Hence, this church is called Orthodox Syrian Church. We're now going to see the Kow Tong Temple, which was established in the year 1916 by the Heng Hua clan, who settled here from Fujian. Note the dragon motif of the roof. Its name Kow Tong means Hall of 3 Teachings. This is because this temple practices Sannyism or 3-in-1 teachings, a unique doctrine that assimilates the philosophies of Taoism, Buddhism, and to that of Confucianism. This philosophy was developed by Lin Chawen, who was born in the 16th century. You can see a lot of prayers and offerings being made because this is the month of the Hungry Ghosts festival. So next place of worship is the Tamil Methodist Church in Kuala Lumpur at Brickfields. This church actually originated at Jalan Melaka, the road adjacent to Lebo Ampang or Little India in the heart of KL, in 1896. In 1961, the church moved over to this location. So you can see such a good crowd here on this Sunday morning attending Mass. So next on my list was the Sivan Temple, located right on Jalan Sultan Abdul Samad after the Madrasathul Gouthiyyah. So they were lighting candles and having prayers for departed souls. And see here, they are offering vegetables to the priest. And according to one of the devotees here who I spoke to, he said these were offerings for the deceased. தமிழ் எப்படி சொல்லுவாங்க?
தமிழில் சொல்கிறேன். இறந்தவங்களுக்கு வந்து இது கொடுக்குறது.
ஓ அப்பா ஓகே.
இன்னைக்கு அந்த நாள்.
அதனால ஓகே.
இன்னைக்கு தானம் பண்ணோன்னா அந்த இறந்தவங்களுக்கு வந்து கொடுக்குறோம்.
ஓகே.
நம்மளோட பிளஸிங் அவங்களோட பிளஸிங்.
இன்னைக்கு ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் டே தான். Sivan Temple.
Yeah.
In the early 20th century, the Tamil Lutheran church consisted of only 72 people. Not having a church of their own, they worshipped at either the Methodist or Anglican churches. Reverend T. Joseph, who came from South India, brought the community together and conducted the first regular worship on 30th January 1907 at the rented shop house on Scott Road. As the congregation increased, the need for a church to expand became acute, and so this current church here, which was dedicated on 30th November 1924, has been here for the past 100 years. Yes, this is the 100-year anniversary of this church. Before the church was built here, this area may have been an orchard, since there were many fruit trees seen here in the compound of the church before. In addition to the church, a hall called Zion Hall was completed here in 1963 to house the church's administrative office. And also this bell tower, belfry, dates back to 1927. The original bell, made in Germany, has the Tamil inscription Kuala Lumpur 1927. So guys, if you go to Google Maps, you can view the interior of this church. During World War II, this church was used as a bomb shelter for people of all religious affiliations. Now this was an interesting quote I found in Balan Moses' book Brickfields, A Place, A Time, A Memory. The author said he had the pleasure of meeting one Mr. Sam Abhishekam, who was playing in the organ in church during World War II when a Japanese officer strode in. As he prepared himself for the worst, the officer told him to continue playing as he himself was a music lover. Next on the list was this ashram dedicated to the great Sai Baba, which I decided to explore. Shirdi Sai Baba was a spiritual leader dear to Hindu and Muslim devotees throughout India and the world. He died in 1918. The name Sai Baba comes from the word Sai, a Persian word used by Muslims to denote a holy person, and Baba, Hindi for father. The Sai Baba. His compelling teachings and performance of apparent miracles often involved healing of the sick and the infirmed. Sai Baba condemned discrimination based on religion or caste. He had both Hindu and Muslim followers, and his place of birth where he lived, Shirdi, is now a major pilgrimage site. Well, it looks like the priest is giving some lecture on Sai Baba's teachings. The Tamil language used here was too hi-fi for me, so I decided to leave. So the next place of interest is this Buddhist Maha Vihara. This 20 feet high Sanchi style gateway was patterned after the famous Sanchi gate in India. Founded in 1895, this temple is 120 years old. This lotus fountain was erected in 1956. Lotus flowers take root in muddy, murky conditions and grow into beautiful flowers. That is the symbolism of the lotus flower in Buddhism. In 1971, this temple was elevated to that of a Buddhist Vihara. This was because it attained the full complement of the three main sacred objects of veneration, that is the shrine room, Bodhi tree and pagoda. Note the two guardian lions at the entrance of the main shrine as we enter it. So in the main shrine room, there is a reclining Buddha here, a sitting Buddha right in front of us, and towards the left here, a standing Buddha statue. Let us now enter the pagoda, which was built in 1969. It has a height of 58 feet and a diameter of 40 feet at the base. So you can see right ahead there, this 5-foot high brass Buddha image of Burmese origin facing the main entrance. Now we come to the Bodhi tree, which was planted from a sapling obtained from the Sree Mahabodhi tree at Anuradhapura in Sri Lanka. Under the Bodhi tree, there are 3 large outdoor Buddha images obtained from Sri Lanka, as seen here. The Bodhi tree was where Buddha attained enlightenment when he was sitting under it, hence the significance of it in Buddhism. So if you walk behind this lane, you come to the Sree Poovada Kaliamman Temple. This temple is dedicated to the goddess Kali. Kali is a major Hindu goddess associated with death and destruction. This goddess is said to destroy evil in order to protect the innocent. Kali is seen as a divine protector, the one who bestows moksha or liberation. So guys, at the side of this temple, there is a doorway where there is a statue of the goddess Kali here. The founder of the Temple of Fine Arts was Swami Shantanath Saraswati. He arrived from India in the year 1971, and in 1981, with the help of Gopal and Radha Shetty and Sivadas and Vatsala, he established the Temple of Fine Arts. Swamiji believed that music and dance were essential to the holistic development of the child, hence the purpose of this Temple of Fine Arts. This 5-story building has a souvenir shop, a travel agency, and as well as a vegetarian restaurant called Anna Lakshmi, which serves purely vegetarian food. Okay, buffet, eh? Thanks. How much per person? 35. Thanks. This is a picture of Swami Shantanath Saraswati, who founded the Temple of Fine Arts. The building also has a big auditorium which can seat 600 people and which is available for hire, and they have all these plays and dramas and musical performances here, as you see displayed here. The Sree Sakti Karpaga Vinayagar Temple was built in the year 2002 and completed in the year 2005. It is dedicated to Lord Karpaga Vinayagar, who meditates for the well-being of his devotees, hence their prayers are answered immediately. The next building of interest is the Catholic Church of the Lady of Fatima, which was built in 1963 and dedicated to Our Lady of Fatima. What time is Mass? So early people come?
No, it's
Novena.
Then Novena.
Rosary. Oh. So if you go along Scott Road, there are many temples on this road. The first and the biggest temple you see is the Sree Kandaswamy Temple. This temple is over a century old. It's one of the most prominent Sri Lankan Tamil temples in Malaysia. The temple architecture is inspired by the Nallur Kandaswamy Temple in Jaffna, Sri Lanka. It is reputed to be one of the most orthodox temples in Malaysia, where rituals are followed strictly in accordance with the rules of the Saiva Agama scriptures. The Kala Mandapam or Kala Hall adjacent to the temple, which holds wedding ceremonies and cultural events, is owned by this temple. It was officiated by the second Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tun Abdul Razak. So you walk further along Scott Road, you come to 3 kuils located side by side. First you get the Kuil Sri Krishna, which is this temple here, and next to it is the Sree Veena Hanuman Temple. I think it's dedicated to the elephant god Hanuman. And adjacent to the Hanuman temple is the Sree Maha Muneswara Temple. So guys, you can see Jack is driving me around to visit all these places of worship. So I don't have to worry about parking while I go and take some videos of the sites. Now this is the Vivekananda Ashram, which was built to honor Swami Vivekananda, a Hindu sage who advocated Vedanta, one of the 6 branches of Indian philosophy. In June 1893, he passed through Penang in Singapore en route to attend the first ever Parliament of Religions in Chicago. He did many speeches there which were very well accepted. And he introduced Hinduism to the Americas. So in the year 1904, a group of Hindus came together to form and build this Vivekananda Ashram. Swami Vivekananda was a disciple of the great Bengali saint Sri Ramakrishna. And when Sri Ramakrishna was ill and dying, he entrusted his disciples to Swami Vivekananda. This bronze statue of Vivekananda in his signature flowing robes was consecrated in front of the ashrama on 11 September 1993. Exactly 100 years to the date, Swami Vivekananda gave his inaugural address at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago. The Ramakrishna Mission, founded by Vivekananda in the year 1897, is a humanitarian organization that carries out medical and educational programs. You can see the emblem of the Ramakrishna Mission here. This logo of the Ramakrishna Mission was designed by Vivekananda. Each element in it, the swan, the wavy waters, the lotus, the rising sun and the serpent, are symbols representing the various Vedanta teachings. Under the statue of Swami Vivekananda are some of his famous sayings. Condemn none. If you can stretch a helping hand, do so. If you cannot, fold your hands, bless your brothers and let them go their own way. There is only one purpose in the whole life, education. Otherwise, what is the use of man and woman, land and wealth? Our duty is to encourage everyone in his struggle to live up to his own highest idea and strive at the same time to make the ideal as near as possible to the truth. Interestingly, Swami Vivekananda was a member of Freemasonry, a fraternal organization whose main tenets are brotherly love, relief, and truth. Brotherly love refers to loving your neighbor and one another, while relief means contributing to charity, and truth refers to belief in God. So when Vivekananda went to America and spoke on Hindu culture and religion, the Freemasons actually helped him during his time in Chicago. The building at the back here, which used to be an academy of fine arts teaching Indian dance and music as well as plays, now only focuses on mainly education. Although this building is Victorian in design, North Indian influences are present in the arches over the windows as seen here. A high ceiling hall dominates the interior of the main building of the ashram, which also houses a shrine on the upper floor. So guys, it was thirsty work walking through all those places of worship on the Sunday morning. Luckily there was this guy selling freshly squeezed sugarcane juice and we decided to buy some to quench our thirst.
Wait, can I drink it from here?
Yeah, so Jack is trying the sugarcane.
It's very sweet.
Nice, huh?
Dang.
There's no preservative. Guys, this is the fresh sugarcane which I bought just now, Jack and I. Freshly crushed without any preservative. You see the brownish golden color of the sugarcane. It has poured in my glass. You can see it's clean without preservatives. Excellent, nice and sweet and refreshing. And always remember, save water, drink wine. Cheers! So I hope you enjoyed that video. The next episode of Life starts at 50. Cheers!